know what you guys feel about it. Now, this next one kind of went viral because it was a woman who had gone on a date. So the next video that we're going to watch is a woman leaving this restaurant, right? So she's leaving this restaurant and she's talking about how she ended the date because a man did not want to pay for extra cheese, and she felt like that was a no-no on their date, and she felt like that made him be like this cheapskate, and she didn't want to date this type of guy. Now, there was a lot of comments on this story as well, so we're going to go over this story. And if you are not following my Instagram, make sure you head on over to NeekAtNight_ because I don't do videos to every single story, but it be some juicy stuff going down my feed, okay? And I'm getting around to covering some of it, okay? I can't do videos for all of it, but you definitely want to go to NeekAtNight_ spelled exactly like my channel, and sip some of the tea that we be dropping over there. Now, let me know if you feel like this lady is preaching or is she reaching, and then I'll tell you guys what I feel about it. Okay, we're going to get into it right now.
Guys, I just got back from a Hinge date. Why am I doing this to myself? So we scheduled to go to dinner. We are sitting at the restaurant. Seems very nice. Not a catfish. Things are going well. And the waitress comes over. She wants to take her order. And I said, okay, I'm going to take the branzino. And he said, I'm going to take the burger. And the waitress asked him, okay, how do you like your burger? He said how he likes his burger. And do you want some cheese on your burger? And he asked, is this gonna be extra? And she says, yes, it's $3 extra. And he said, okay, then never mind. Over there, and I'm like, what the actual fuck? I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat my branzino and see what happens. And he's like, oh my God, you have to pay extra for everything these days. And I'm like, yeah. It's New York City. So I got my branzino, he got his burger, we were eating. And once I was satisfied, I got up and I was like, I'm going to the restroom for a second. And I took my purse and I went to the waitress and I was like, hey, I just want to pay the bill. And I just paid the bill and walked out of the restaurant, and I texted him. So I texted him, the check is taken care of, you should have gotten the cheese. And I blocked him. Guys, I just got back from a Hinge date.
All right. So that was her thoughts on the date. And before I give you guys my opinion about it, I'm going to read some of the comments that I had in my comment section, because there was a lot of people, even in the chat right now, who agreed with her. And then there were people who did not agree with her. And we're going to go over some of those comments right now. So, the first comment says she was, I guess, reaching. She was reaching and that man dodged a bullet. Potentially, she's bougie or petty. Wanted to. I don't know which one it is. Another person says, I think this post is showing everyone's financial character and I love it. Another person says, if I go out with anyone who complains about the price of items, I'll never go out with them again. Okay? And some people had some stuff to say. Our good fellow YouTuber Street TV says, the guy that is frugal will give you a better life. They spend on things that matter. Okay. And then she said, I'm not talking about just a man. This is for anyone. Also, I wouldn't be a frugal man, period. Responsible, but not frugal. Okay. And they just went on and on in the comments. Cam says she wasn't playing no games. Let's see. Preaching. If he complains about cheese, how are we going to go on a trip and have fun with expenses? He can't afford it. So she did the right. She did right, left, very woman of her to at least pay for the meal. Damn, even though she didn't have to. Another person says, I see both sides. Okay, so let's get into this one. I see both sides. $3 is OD for cheese. but they were probably in a high-end restaurant. Yes, it's a lot, but she's obviously dating with purpose, and penny pinching isn't something she views as positive quality. If she knows the type of man she wants, I don't think it's necessarily bad that she didn't want to waste time in a situation she saw wasn't what she was looking for. I think sometimes when people date, they date for potential or what the person might ultimately become in the future. She just wasn't beat, and I don't blame her. Okay? So another person says, I completely understand where she's coming from. Don't complain about prices on a date. If that restaurant is too expensive, select another one. Nothing wrong with that. He was likely going to ask her to go Dutch. Okay, so the last one I'm going to read, it says, nah, even if I knew she was treating me, I still wouldn't have gotten the cheese. Not for $3. I treat other people's money like it's my own with care. Okay, and so now I'm going to give you my opinion about it. Call me cheap, call me frugal. I don't give a flying F. Y'all just won't be going out with me, period. So there was a lot of people who felt like, oh, I don't like people who complain about prices. I don't go, girl, don't go out with me, child. Because if something is ridiculous, I'm not paying for it. I could have a big bankroll in my bank account, but if you tell me an outrageous price for something, I'm not going to pay for it. I don't care. And that doesn't mean that I don't have the money. I can't afford it. I just don't pay for things that I feel like is a ridiculous price. If you tell me the cheese is like $1.50 or something like that, I'll be like, all right, cool, add the cheese. But if you tell me $3 for a slice of freaking cheese, no, keep your funky freaking piece of cheese. I don't care what restaurant we are in, okay? Like, don't go out with me. Like, I am that girl. Like, I will literally sit down, even if I'm not paying for it. Like, I was literally on a date, and a guy was trying to impress me, I guess. You know, we had went to this fancy restaurant. A lot of the prices were ridiculous for what it was. You know what I'm saying? And as I was looking at the menu, even though I'm not paying for it, it's certain stuff that I don't even order because I feel like it's ridiculous. Like, I'm not paying $30 for Brussels sprouts, like a little side of Brussels sprouts or something like an appetizer that is way overpriced. And even if I don't pay for it, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do allow men to spoil me. I do. Okay, I like a cute date. However, I just, you know, I don't know. Like, I'm just cheap, I guess you gonna say, or whatever it is. I don't look at a man if we're on a date and, you know, I'm ordering whatever I want. He's not, you know, I feel like he should have made it clear, like, you can order what you want, but I just, you know, I'm just not gonna I'm just not gonna get it for myself, you know? But as long as he not making me feel like, you know, I'm limited on what I could order, I wouldn't care if he did that. Now, I have gone on a date where I went on a date with this guy, and the stuff that I ordered was not even expensive stuff. Like, it was not even like stuff that was over, like, each item was like $10 to $15. Like, it was like not even nothing high end, nothing like that. So he wanted to take me out to this place or whatever. And I didn't really have like a big appetite, but I wanted to, you know, eat a couple appetizers, eat some food, and have me a drink. You know, he ordered like one drink for me or whatever. And I was like, okay, like the drink was like super weak and I wanted another drink. So I was like, I want another drink or whatever. And he was like silent. And so the drinks, mind you, were like $10. Like, it was nothing about it was expensive. Like, nothing that I ordered even totaled like more than $50 or nothing. So I wanted another drink. So I was like, I want another drink or whatever. And when I'm out with a man, like, if I tell you I want another drink, it's your job to tell the waiter, like, okay, we gonna get her another drink. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I just really felt appalled because I be self-conscious about people's finances, you know what I'm saying? But it just was the silence for me. You know, I tell him that I want another drink, right? And he just looking down like he didn't hear what I said. And so I said, I'm about to go to the bar, because it was a place that had like tables where you could sit and eat, and then they also had like a bar. So I told him, I said, I'm about to go to the bar and buy me a drink. And so I told myself, I said, mind you, it was happy hour. So stuff really was like $10, right? I said, I'm about to go to the bar and buy me a drink. He said, okay. I said, if I get over here to this bar and he don't walk over here and pay for this drink, I am blocking his fucking number. Period. I'm blocking him. Period. You know, because that's within a reasonable price for an item. I feel like $10 for a drink is a reasonable price for an item. $3 for cheese, I feel like it's unreasonable. There's things that I feel like fall within the guidelines of what something is supposed to be. So I walk over to the bar, order my drink, look back, and he's still sitting over there at the table. Pay for my drink, go back to the table. I said, you know, like, after I drink this drink, I am about to leave. Like, I'm about to leave. I left. Okay. Thank you for the Cash App, Kiki. I appreciate it. I left and blocked his fucking number. You know what I'm saying? So I do look at certain situations on a case-by-case basis. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there are certain things, like I said, that make sense and certain things that don't. Okay? And if it's within the guidelines of what I feel like makes sense, you got me fucked up because you told me to come out here. And mind you, I don't live directly in Los Angeles. I live outside of Los Angeles. So he wanted me to come out to him, right? I drove to him to Los Angeles. The distance from me to Los Angeles is an hour with no traffic, an hour and 30 with traffic. And on a bad day, it might be 2 hours. Okay. I drive to him. I sit in traffic, and this is one of the traffic days. It took me like an hour and 30 to drive to him at his request. He wanted me to come there. And then I get there. I ordered some, and mind you, I had ordered some wings. I think I had ordered some wings and some fries. It was so like basic shit that I ordered. Like it wasn't even nothing like that. Like, and it was all on happy hour. You mean to tell me I drove, mind you, the gas, we in California. We in California. So for me to even get to you, I got to put 50 in my tank. No, he didn't pay for my gas. So once I got there, he had me fucked. He had me all the way fucked up. Like, you let me pay for my drink and you wanted to take me out, and I drove to Los Angeles in traffic, and you didn't pay for my gas. I gassed my, like, what? So I won't say that I don't, you know what I'm saying, there don't be certain things that be going on. But, you know, I assess things, like I said, on a case-by-case basis. After that situation, like, he was totally blocked. And I'm sure he probably was so dumbfounded to the fact that, like, damn, she blocked me. Yes, I blocked you. He was acting like he was so shocked that I was ready to go. He was like, oh, you don't want to come back to my place after? No. Nigga, no. You bought me one fucking drink. And you think that like, what? No. No, no, bro. Like, no, I'm not going to your house. I'm getting in my car and I'm going home. No. You said, damn, that's not a date. I mean, I feel like, you know, it was an experience. Okay, it was an experience. So, you know, I won't say that she's completely wrong, because to her standards, maybe within $3 for cheese was reasonable. But for me, I don't know. I feel like I would have probably had the same response to the cheese. However, there do be other F stuff that be going on that, you know, motherfuckers be having you jacked up with. Child, we could talk about these dating stories. Child. But, you know, that's at that moment, like, I really, like, stopped going or allowing certain men to take me out. Like, at that moment, it was just like, listen, just because a guy wants to take you out doesn't mean that you need to go. And I mean, I knew that before, but I really, really, really put that in my program at that point, because it was just no. The answer is no. And especially when you are a person who has your own money, it's like, why would I go with you on this basic ass date and I have to think about, like, okay, am I ordering too much? Can I order this? Can I order that? When I can afford to just take myself out and I could just ball out on my damn self. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I really, like, doubted back on when, you know, guys could take me out on a date. Like, it has to be, if I allow you to take me out on a date, that means that I am also, like, feeling you to a degree. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm feeling you to some type of degree, unless it is, like, business. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's, like, not romantic and it's just, like, you know, like, you know, type of like a friendship, that's different. But, like, romantic interest, I do not let a romantic interest take me out unless I am actually feeling them. And I have, you know, by then, I know, like, what your situation is. I know what's going on and things like that. Other than that, I take myself out. I will order takeout. I will go out to eat with my mama. I'll go out to eat with my daughter. And that be that. Like, I could afford it myself. I don't need you to take me. I don't, like, you know how women have, like, oh, he's for food, the food guy. I don't need a food guy. I can pay for my own goddamn food. You know what I'm saying? I pay for my own food. Have I heard of instant dating? Is that, like, similar to speed dating? What's instant dating? What's instant dating? What's the most a guy has spent on you on a date? On a date, probably like 500. No. I was not feeling the guy. No. I said, once I realized that situation, I no longer went on dates. Let me clarify. I didn't say I was feeling him. I said, once that situation happened, I no longer would allow myself to go on dates unless I was feeling the guy. So if you see me out on a date, that means that I have now changed I've changed what I used to do. And now what I do now is go on dates when I'm feeling a person. But the most expensive date I went on was like $500. I feel like that is also ridiculous, but hey, he was trying to impress me, so child, take me to Steak 48 if you want to, I went to Steak 48, and then I went to, also another time I went to Fleming's. Fleming's was around like almost, it was like probably like $550 at Fleming's, and it was like, I think around like $5 at Steak 48. You said that's low? I feel like that's high. Anything other than $500, you could give me the goddamn money, okay? I feel like that's high. Like, again, I'm the type of person who, if it's ridiculous, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like anything over $500 for somebody to prepare you for, I feel like $500 is high. But that was, the amount that was spent. But how, like, what do y'all think is, how much do y'all think dates is supposed to cost? How much do y'all think dates is supposed to cost? Because I looked at the bill and I was like, ooh, I'm glad I ain't got to pay that. But I don't know. How much do y'all dates be? Because I felt like 500 was high. I was like, ooh, that's high. But that was at between Steak 48 and Fleming's. Somebody said $250. Okay, let me Google what's instant dating. Okay, yeah, it depends on what type of date. Like, if this is my man, and we like have a special occasion and he's taking me out for a special occasion, then yeah, the number can run up. But these niggas ain't even my man. And I ain't even guaranteed to give him no cootie cat. The one who I went to Fleming's, he ain't getting no cootie cat. So, y'all playing games talking about go to Sizzlers then. No, the 500 is a lot for a date.